Texas Governor Greg Abbott is clamping down on so-called Sharia courts that are existing in Texas.
We don't have any currently actual legitimate Sharia courts, do we?
Well, if you look at a letter that I issued earlier today, I did tell the public, as well as local law enforcement, that there actually are Sharia courts that are operating in Dallas, and they are trying to impose Sharia law. And I pointed out to local prosecutors, both in Dallas County as well as in Collin County, as well as to the Attorney General, as well as to the Texas Department of Public Safety, that what they are doing with these Sharia courts that we have identified in the letter that I issued today, they are in violation of Texas law, including violation of Texas penal codes. And so what they're doing in part could be considered a crime, but also clearly a violation of the Texas Constitution and our statutes to prohibit Sharia law in the state of Texas.
Okay, so it's very interesting because people are trying to pretend that this stuff is not happening in America as we speak, and the Islamization of America is a very real thing. You heard the governor of Texas himself say that there are courts that are trying to operate as Sharia courts in Dallas, Texas, of all places. There are also like literally hundreds of mosques that have opened up in Texas. And if people don't understand what is going on and try to figure out how to battle it, it is literally going to take over America. And like I said, again, people try to pretend as if this is not happening. There was a protest in Dearborn, Michigan yesterday. I can't really share any of that content because it was very, it got a little over the top with the ways that some of the people that were protesting against the Islamization of a place like Dearborn, Michigan. But it's very real. And you have basically majority Muslim areas. You have places like Minneapolis where their mayor literally got reelected by turning literally opposing Somali tribes against one another, because there was some Somalian that was trying to run for mayor against him. It's all quite crazy. And I've got to say that I love Trump. I voted for Trump twice. I'm glad that he's in office because God knows the alternative is unthinkable. But I do not believe that they're going hard enough on deportation. I do not believe that they're going hard enough on putting ICE into these places, figuring out who is breaking these laws when it comes to immigration, figure out who is here illegally, whether they are criminal or not criminal, it doesn't matter because they've already broken the law by coming across this border illegally. And we really do have to figure this stuff out as Americans because I do not believe that we have all the time in the world to just sit around and let mosques pop up and let, people have Sharia courts. And even in some places in New York City and Brooklyn, there are Sharia police officers and there's police cars that are driving around with Arabic on it. All of this stuff is happening as we speak, okay? And if people, if liberals try to pretend this isn't happening or trying to say, if you say something about it, you're being Islamophobic or they have their freedom of religion or whatever, then you're just literally making yourselves lambs for the slaughter.